Hey there, today we're going to work with lesson 6.5, dividing with remainders. So first of all, let's review these symbols that mean division. So you have this symbol, you have that backslash symbol, you have what I like to call the house, and then you have this line, just like if you had a fraction, you could write 8 divided by 2. Whereas if you did 8 divided by 2, you put the big number in the house divided by 2. And the quotient goes up here. 8 divided by 2 we know is 4. You could also do 8 divided by 2 or 8 divided by 2. Remember that when we're working with division, the larger number comes first. All right. Now we're going to watch this really cool video to teach us the steps to long division. Are you ready?
This one's for the kids who say they can't do math. Feeling on the track. Yeah, you can. Nothing can stop you, so just listen up.
Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back.
Yo, I'm gonna teach you something about long division. After watching this one, do it with more precision. I'm coming at you hot. My name's D-Ability. Talking about the divides and dividend. First, divide these two numbers.
Multiply.
Then multiply 6 times 6. Subtract 36 minus 36.
Bring it on down and bring it on back.
Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. This one's for all the students with the dedication, sharp pencils. They always pay attention. They work hard, man. They never quit. When there's a problem, these kids can solve it. 7 fits into 49 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 minus 49 is 0.
Bring it on down.
Do it again.
Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back.
Sing it with me. Bring it on back. Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. All right. So are we ready? We're ready to do some division. Get out your whiteboards. Let's do this together. All right. So remember, our steps are, and I'm going to write this over the top of my whiteboard, and you can do it too. Our steps are divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. When they say bring it on back, that means start over. Start with the steps over. So divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down, and then start over when they say bring it on back. Okay, so let me do this first one for you, and then we're going to do some together. So this one's an I do, so you're just going to watch. All right, so we have 85 divided by 6. Remember, this is our dividend. This is our divisor. So first we're going to do what? What's the first step? Divide. So 8 divided by 6. What you really want to think is, how many times does 6 go into 8? Well, 6 goes into 8 one time, right? So I'm going to put that 8 divided by 6 is 1, so I divided. Now I need to multiply. I'm going to multiply 1 times 6 is 6. Then I subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. And last step, I'm going to bring it on down. I bring that 5 down, and I bring it on back to start over. So now I'm going to say 25 divided by 6. Well, what times 6 will get me close to 25 without going over? 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. Oh, that's too high. So I have to go with 6 times 4. Where do I put the 4? 25 divided by 6, it goes up. So what you'll notice is there's this pattern of it swings up, I multiply back down. I swing up, I multiply back down. So 25 divided by 6 is 4. Notice that I'm putting them over top of these places. I'm not trying to cram them in. Now I divided. I'm going to multiply. 4 times 6 is 24. Subtract is my next step. Bring it on down. There's nothing to bring down. So at the end of my division, if there's nothing to bring down, I actually bring this up, and that is my remainder 1. So y'all been asking me, what does that R mean? There you go. It's what's left over. It's the remainder. So 85 divided by 6 is 14, remainder 1. Now, if I wanted to use multiplication to check, I would do 14 times 6. Let's see what that equals. Well, 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Oh, 84. I was supposed to get 85. But don't forget the remainder. So 84 plus 1 plus that remainder does give me 85, which is the number I started with. So you can use multiplication to check in long division. I know. Some of you are going, what? What just happened? It's okay. It's okay. Remember, I told you that long division sometimes takes 2 to 3 weeks of practice to really get it under your belt. Idiom. To really understand what we're doing here. And so we're just going to do some practice. It's okay if you're struggling. It's okay if you don't get it. That's what I'm here for. So off to the top of my board, I'm going to write divide, multiply, subtract, bring it on down, and I bring it on back to the top. Okay, let's try. If you want to try this with me, you can, or if you just want to watch, you can do that too. Let's try 94 divided by 4. All right, 94 divided by 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this first number. And 9 divided by 4. Well, how many times does 4 go into 9 without going over? Well, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Up, too high. Can't go over. So 9 divided by 4. 2 is my best answer. So 9 divided by 4 is 2. See how I'm swinging it up? Now my next step is multiply. I'm going to swing it back down. 2 times 4 equals 8. Next step, divide, multiply, and subtract. I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Now I need to bring it on down. Bring this. It might help you to draw these arrows, especially when we get into longer dividends. Sometimes students forget which one they brought down already. So if it helps you to draw the arrow, please draw the arrow. Bring it on down and bring it on back to the beginning. So now what am I going to do? Yes, I'm going to divide. So 14 divided by 4. Well, so how many times does 4 go into 14 without going over? Have you ever watched the show Price is Right? If you haven't, you should. It's a game show that's usually on in the middle of the day. And I always say Price is Right rules because in Price is Right, they have to guess the price of items and their guess has to be under the actual value. So if the product is worth $95 and you guess that it's $96, you're automatically out. But if you guess 94, you're good. So this is Price is Right rules. You cannot go over in division. So 14 divided by 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. Price is Right rules. We went over. So we have to go with 4 times 3 is the closest to 14 without going over. So all right, I'm dividing. Remember, I'm swinging it back up to the top. So 14 divided by 4. I'm going to write my 3 here. Now I'm going to multiply. I'm swinging it back down. So 3 times 4 is 12. My next step is to subtract. I get 2. There's nothing else to bring down, so I bring the 2 up as my remainder. So 94 divided by 4 is 23, remainder 2. Let's check it. Let's check it by 23 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Oh, I got 92. Oh, wait, can't forget about my remainder. I have to add that remainder back in, and I do get 94. You got it. Good job. All right, let's do another one. It's okay. Breathe. Breathe. I know that this is hard. I'm telling you that this is hard, which is why we're going to spend lots of time on it. I know that this is hard. Believe in yourself. No waving the white flag. No doing that. We're not allowed to, we don't do that in our class. All right, here we go. On your whiteboard, and let's do this one together. Pick up your marker. We'll do it together. 54 divided by 4. 54 divided by 4. I feel like we did this one already. Maybe not. 54 divided by 4. Okay. First step, divide. So we're going to divide 5 divided by 4. We're going to look at just this first number because 5 is bigger than 4. right? If this one was smaller, which we'll get to later on, if this one was smaller, we would have to look at the first two numbers. But since this one is bigger, we know that 4 will go into 5 at least one time, right? Okay, so we're going to first divide. 5 divided by 4. How many times does 4 go into 5 without going over? Well, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Price is Right rules, you went over. So we have to do it one time. So 5 divided by 4 is 1. Put it up top. Now we're going to swing it down. 1 times 4 is 4. Our next step is to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down. Oh, that's my next step. Bring it on down. I bring the 4 down and bring it on back. That means start over. So we're going to bring it on back to the division. So 14 divided by 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. Price is Right rules too, what you went over. So this has to be 14 divided by 4 is 3. Now we're going to swing down. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2. There's nothing left to bring down, so this one goes up as a remainder 2. Now let's check it just to be sure. So when we check it, we're going to do 13 times 4, and we'll add our remainder in at the end. So 13 times 4, 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 52 plus our remainder of 2 gives us 54. Yeah? I know this is hard. Here we go. Let's do another one. Let's do another one together. Let's do 68 divided by 4. 68 divided by 4. Go ahead and write that on your board. Our first step, divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. So we're going to divide. All right. So 6 divided by 4. How many times does 4 go into 6 without going over? Once. Good. So remember, we're going to swing it up. 6 divided by 4 is 1. We divided. The next step, divide, multiply, is multiply. And we're going to swing it back down and multiply. So 1 times 4 is 4. Divide, multiply, and subtract is what we have to do next. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring it on down and bring it on back. So I'm going to bring down my 8. Now we're starting over. Divide. So 28 divided by 4. Ooh. See how knowing your math facts makes this less difficult for you. So if you can look at 28 and 4 and go, I know the number in that fact family, do you? Yeah, it's 7. You don't have to go through that 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. Knowing your math facts speeds this process up and will help you. So 28 divided by 4. Don't worry about that. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So remember, we swing it up. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. We're going to multiply back down. 7 times 4 is 28. We subtract. There's nothing else to bring down. And 0 is our answer, so we don't have a remainder. When I was your age, my teacher, when we used to get this 0, my teacher would say, we'd subtract 28, and she would say, and it's even Steven, meaning there's no remainder. I don't know why that just stuck with me, but even Steven. I like that. Today we're like, wait, that's a hashtag. It's actually also the symbol for number. I don't know why I think because even Steven, I don't know. I did it because she told me to, and I thought it was fun. So 68 divided by 4 is 17. Let's multiply to check. 17 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. We got it. All right. It's getting better, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, erase your board. Erase your board. Let's do another one. Let's do 73 divided by, just kidding. 74 divided by 3. Now, remember our little trick that we have done? I can tell you right now I'm going to have a remainder on this problem. Because how do we know if a number is divisible by 3? If the sum of these digits, when you add these digits together, is that a multiple of 3? So 7 plus 4 is 11. Is 11 a multiple of 3? No. 9 and 12 are. So that means that this is not a multiple of 3, which means I'm going to have a remainder. You picking up what I'm putting down? You understand? It's okay if you didn't. But looking at the number and thinking about it before I go into robot mode, just doing the steps will help you check yourself at the end. Do I have a remainder? If I don't have a remainder on this, I know I did something wrong. Okay, so first step, divide, multiply, and subtract. So let's divide first. 7 divided by 3. Okay, how many times does 3 go into 7 without going over? Well, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Price is Right rolls that one over. So we have to do 2. So 7 divided by 3 is 2. And see how I'm writing that over top of the 7? Because if this were just that problem, that would make sense, right? But it's not. So we divided, we swing it up, we divide. Let's swing it back down and multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. We subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. Last step. Bring it on down and bring it on back. All right, we got 14. Now let's go ahead and try 14 divided by 3. That's where we start over. 14 divided by 3. See, I know my math facts, so right away I think 12. 15. Nope. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Price is Right rules too high. So I have to go with the 4. So I'm going to put 14 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. I subtract. There's nothing else to bring down, so, yep, I bring it on up, and that's my remainder 2. Let's check and see if we got it right. So 24 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 72 plus our remainder of 2 is 74. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a you do. So erase your board. Write this one down here. Let's see. 85 divided by 3. Right away, I think 8 plus 5 is 13, not a multiple of 3, so I will have a remainder here. Go ahead and hit pause. Try to solve this on your own. Come back and see if you got it right. All right, here we go. So first step is divide. 8 divided by 3. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So it has to be 2 because 9 is Price is Right rules. Too high. 8 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. I'm going to subtract. I get a 2. So far, is this what your board looks like? Okay, great. Now I bring it on down and start over. 25 divided by 3. Ooh, 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 3 is 27. Too high. So 23 divided by 5 is 8. Now I multiply back down. 8 times 3 is 24. And I get 1. There's nothing to bring down, so I bring this up. Did you get 28 remainder 1? All right, good work. Hey, we're done with today's video lesson. Go ahead and check Schoology for your assignment. Remember, if you're having trouble and you want to talk this through with me, come to the live session. Today it's going to be around 1:10. So join me then and I will help you with your math. All right, good work, friends. Remember, no waving the white flag. I know that this is tricky, but you can do it. You can. I believe in you. All right. Good luck, friends. I'll see you soon.